Assalamualaikum viewers and listeners, welcome to live stream of AllRounders 10. मैंने ब्लैक कलर पहना हुआ है. ब्लैक कलर आप इसे न्यूजीलैंड के स्पोर्ट में भी समझ सकते हैं या न्यूजीलैंड के सोग में भी समझ सकते हैं. वट एवर हैपन्स आई विल चूज इट अपॉन माई कन्वीनियंस. If New Zealand wins, I will advocate that I wore black for them. But if New Zealand do lose, I have always got my advocation with कि यार मैंने black पहना हुआ था in advance कि न्यूजीलैंड टीम की लूज का हम शोक मनाने लगे हैं. सो यू कैन गेस व्हाट इज द एजेंडा. एजेंडा ये है कि वी वुड बी प्रीव्यूइंग the all-important clash first semi-final of Cricket World Cup 2023 between India and New Zealand, repeat of 2019 World Cup semi-final that is. I have been accompanied by my very good friend Osama, but let me introduce because we are truly privileged, truly humbled to have been joined by Kshitij Kumar all the way from India. So Kshitij, farmer welcome with much thanks. क्या हाल चाल है? दिवाली कैसी रही आपकी?
First of all, I'm actually privileged कि मुझे invite किया आप लोगों ने and so it's nice to be here discussing cricket with like-minded folks. So हाँ दिवाली तो दिल्ली में it's more about pollution than anything else. So अभी हम पटाखों के जो pollution हुई है उसमें हैं जी रहे हैं सांस ले रहे हैं. So that is about Diwali and yeah, I'm excited to discuss the game जो कल काफी important match है. So yeah.
All right. So Sama, क्या हाल चाल है? And yeah, let's keep it towards the first segment. Over to you, Sama.
Yeah, well, it is pretty nice to see Kshitij here today with us. And let's get the ball rolling यार. तो मेरी फीलिंग्स तो रहने दो या मेरी फीलिंग्स तो मर गई थी वो पिछले वाले मैच के साथ ही. तो अब आते हैं अपने हम सारे के ऊपर, हमारे नेबर्स के ऊपर आते हैं. Let's get the pre-match vibes from our guest Kshitij here. So Kshitij, I mean like it's pretty much like out there कि ये वर्ल्ड कप तो हो गया ना इंडिया का. तो let's talk about like tell me about World T20 2024 because I think this is the World Cup you're going to win obviously. तो यार प्री मैच वाइब्स तो मुझे आप अगले T20 वर्ल्ड कप का बताओ यार.
अगले T20 वर्ल्ड कप का
ये तो you have won this one. You have won this one.
I mean there's still 2 games to go. I mean सबसे पहले कल का मैच है but yeah, I mean just talking about 2024, I think we are well prepared for that as well. जो हम लास्ट से ऑस्ट्रेलिया में थे बिकॉज हमारी जो जस्ट वर्ल्ड कप के बाद 23rd से ऑस्ट्रेलिया के साथ T20 सीरीज स्टार्ट होनी है एंड देयर आर रिपोर्ट्स दैट सेज कि ऋतुराज गायकवाड़ विल लीड दैट टीम. सो हमारे जो यंगस्टर्स हैं जिन्होंने एशियन गेम्स में अच्छा किया था, गोल्ड लेके आए थे वहां से, इवन दो द फाइनल वाज इनकम्प्लीटेड, but yet the players who performed, यशस्वी जायसवाल थे वहां पे, रिंकू सिंह. So those are the guys who have been sort of blooded into the T20 side. So I think more or less वही सारे प्लेयर्स जो होंगे जो अगले साल वेस्ट इंडीज में भी खेलेंगे T20 वर्ल्ड कप की जहां तक बात है. सो होपफुली वो टीम को थोड़ा जो एक्सपीरियंस है वो मिल जाएगा बिकॉज ऑस्ट्रेलिया इज अ गुड टीम, इवन तो उनकी भी सेकंड स्ट्रिंग साइड होगी. बट अगेन क्योंकि उनको भी आई मीन बिग बैश का एक्सपीरियंस है एंड फिर आईपीएल का भी एक्सपीरियंस उनको है उनके प्लेयर्स को, तो एक अच्छा स्टेज सेट हो जाएगा विद द ऑस्ट्रेलिया सीरीज एंड होपफुली वी कैन गो वन स्टेप आई मीन अहेड, एटलीस्ट फाइनल तो खेलने अगले साल T20 वर्ल्ड कप का बिकॉज इट्स बीन व्हाट 17 years now since we won the T20 वर्ल्ड कप as well. So उसकी वाइब्स अच्छी लग रही हैं.
ओके उसकी वाइब्स तो क्षितिज ज़रूर अच्छी लग रही हैं. एंड यू सेट कि अभी 2 मैच पड़े हुए हैं यहाँ के. यू हैव द सेमीफाइनल एंड यू हैव द फाइनल फॉर श्योर. बट व्हाई ऑलवेज न्यूजीलैंड? आई मीन like it's like deja vu again with us. You're again facing New Zealand in a semi-final again, and this time like first of all it should be a thriller. Just entertain the entirety of cricket fraternity here. So what are your vibes for this particular match right now? Pre-match vibes, just be quick about it कि क्या scenes चल रहे हैं यहाँ पे.
Look, this time around I don't think it will be a thriller. It is going to be a one-sided contest. And India is sure going to win. And I'm saying this based on the current form of the team, both the sides actually, because New Zealand doesn't have Matt Henry, who has been their best player in the power play, and Trent Bolt hasn't been the same bowler in this World Cup. He hasn't gotten a lot of wickets in the power play. And Tim Southee has just come back from an injury, and yeah, I mean, he bowled well against Sri Lanka, but that was Sri Lanka, right? And that was Bangalore. And again, that was a day game.
Yeah.
So how much swing or how much rhythm he gets will be something which will be very interesting to see. And again, Lockie Ferguson again was a standout bowler for New Zealand in the 2019 World Cup, but he's not the same in the 2023 World Cup. He just had one good game, and that was against Bangladesh, where he bowled those
Yeah.
bouncers and got those wickets. So the Kiwi bowling lineup is something which is not the same which it was in 2019. So I think India should win it hands down, and they should dominate the game. There is no, I don't think it will be a thriller or it will be a close contest at all.
Come on, man, just for the sake of the show, just give us a thriller, entertain the world. Like,
Yeah, I mean, there is just one
Right.
one point where the one point where it can get really interesting, because
Yeah.
and the
Uh,
things are
okay.
that Rohit doesn't have a very good record in Mumbai. So if India doesn't get a good start, and Virat Kohli doesn't have a very good record in semi-finals, ODI World Cup semi-finals. So if the Kiwis get those two wickets, then obviously it will become quite interesting and test the Indian middle order.
yeah. So, Amit, the floor is yours, my friend.
Okay. Kshitij, nice to hear. Viewers hope so आप भी warm up हो चुके होंगे. We are moving towards another segment. Kshitij, थोड़े से vibes आपके change करते हैं. You have been very optimistic, bright, understandably so. But let's rewind. Semi-final from 4 years back. Iconic semi-final in terms of sheer quality, sheer drama. Of course, 2 दिन का match था. Again, it added to the thrill. So it is a flashback time. I wanted to ask, what were your key takeaways, emotion-wise, and what you felt around Indian team? Did you felt that Indian team needed a just bit more mentally and quality-wise? And building up to this World Cup, how have the things changed around for Team India? Over to you, Kshitij.
Yeah, I mean, look, 2019 World Cup semi-finals. If you remember, Australia were playing South Africa in the last league game, and there were talks that South Africa should beat Australia so that India can play against New Zealand in the semis. And बात हो रही थी कि न्यूजीलैंड थोड़ी आसान पड़ेगी बाकी टीमों से सेमीफाइनल्स में. तो हमारी भी सोच उस वक्त वही थी कि न्यूजीलैंड won't be able to go past us. But जो मैच हुआ, you all remember, and as you mentioned that it went on for 2 days. So पहले दिन तो ये था कि हाँ चलो चेज हो जाएगा, 240 बनाएगी न्यूजीलैंड, उससे ज्यादा क्या ही बनाएगी, वो चेज हो जाएगा. But the second day, I mean, I think Kudrat ka nizam, as you all are aware, I think it went in favor of New Zealand a bit too much, because morning mein they got the ball to swing and move after the batting and all. So because the game time, just starting time, तो वो same था. Even though the match went close, but India was never in the game, right? Jadeja की एक knock से उम्मीदें जागी थी हमारी, but India were never in the game. So ये है कि मेरे पर्सनल इमोशंस कि हाँ मुझे लग रहा था कि चलो हो जाएगा, हो जाए तो अच्छा है, बट आई वाजंट टू सैड पर्सनली, क्योंकि मुझे था कि हाँ जब 5 विकेट गिर गई थी तो उसके बाद था कि चलो अब तो हार ही जाएगी, तो आई वाज प्रिपेयर्ड टू टेक दैट लॉस पर्सनली. सो मेरे लिए ठीक था. इस बार यू आस्क्ड कि क्या अलग है, तो इस बार अलग ये है कि टीम में जो रोल क्लैरिटी है वो है. लास्ट टाइम वो नहीं था. वी डिड नॉट हैव अ नंबर 4 बैटर, व्हिच मेंट दैट वी वर प्लेइंग केदार जाधव, वी वर प्लेइंग दिनेश कार्तिक, वी वर प्लेइंग ऋषभ पंत, एंड सबको एमएस के पहले सेमीफाइनल में हमने ऊपर भेज दिया और एमएस को 7 पे भेजा. I mean the same MS who came out to bat at 5 in the 2011 World Cup final. So इस बार वो चीज नहीं होगी. इस बार सबका रोल क्लियर है. इस बार रोहित आएगा टॉप पे, इस बार पता है गिल आएगा, फिर विराट आएगा, फिर श्रेयस आएगा, और बॉलिंग डिपार्टमेंट में आई थिंक द इंजरी टू हार्दिक पांड्या इज गोइंग टू बी अ ब्लेसिंग इन डिस्गाइज फॉर द टीम, बिकॉज उसकी वजह से शार्दुल ठाकुर बाहर बैठ रहा है, जो कि एक वीक लिंक हो सकता था इन अ बिग गेम लाइक सेमीफाइनल. तो अब वो शमी होगा, and we all remember
Yeah.
how Shami and Siraj, decimated Sri Lanka on the same deck. So इस बार वो जो रोल क्लैरिटी की बात है वो है टीम के साथ. So hopefully इस बार टीम better prepared है as compared to 2019.
It sure is very well prepared for 2019, since 2019 World Cup. And Ahmed, if you could show the stats to our viewers here, this World Cup has been India has been a dominant force, a force to be reckoned with in this tournament so far. So, like, we have seen India dominating each and every match, and each and every match has been a convincing victory. But, however, for the fans, and for you, which victory was the one which you thought, okay, India is in the game and India is in it for the win here? So, which victory convinced you the most?
Uh, I think it was the first game itself, because for me, before the World Cup, I thought the record that India created in 2011, when the host won the World Cup for the first time, and then it was continued by Australia and England. I thought this time it might be broken by India. I did not feel like India will qualify for the semi-finals. But the way they played in the first game against Australia, it just gave me hope that no, this team is here to win. Because after the first 3 wickets fell, and the way KL actually came out and batted, and the way he played Adam Zampa specifically, which has been a thorn in the Team India's batting, because Zampa had a very good record versus both Rahul and even Kohli in recent times. So I think that was something which convinced me that this team will surely going to qualify for the semis this time, and then after that it's just 2 good days. But yeah, the first game, and I did not expect the team to dominate the league phases like they have done. But the first game surely increased my hopes that इस बार हम जीतेंगे. So yeah.
Right. So, Ahmed, I think this was it for India's performance here, and of course, New Zealand here has also been pretty much phenomenal so far. और New Zealand के काफ़ी ज़रा हवा थोड़ी नरम कभी गरम, that sort of performance they have showed. Like जैसे ही आए थे, they look like okay, यहीं final में जा रहे हैं. But things changed a bit in the midway, in the second half of the tournament. So, Ahmed, over to you. What are your thoughts on that? Ahmed?
Okay. I'm going ahead. First of all, thank you, Sama, for interconnecting between while I was away. Talking about New Zealand, as you use the term hot and cold, but I would still give them a margin. कि यार injuries काफी crucial हो रही थी at one point. They had like only 11 players to pick out from. अभी तो Matt Henry, who has been their most crucial bowler post 2019 World Cup or even 2019 World Cup, has been out. I want to talk about the match against Australia. You can see here only lost by 5 runs, gave them a proper run for their money. I don't count it as a loss because आप इतनी बड़ी chase करते हो, in a way कर जाते हो, ठीक है? Any other team could have wilted down. उसका इफेक्ट नजर आया था साउथ अफ्रीका वाले मैच में, बट immediately as soon as Kane Williamson was back, they scored 400 runs. We had to play an all-time knock from Fakhar Zaman. We had to rely on him. So the thing I wanted to talk about is that they don't give up so much easily. Their losses have been, very marginal. India को भी अगर किसी टीम ने ग्रुप स्टेज में थोड़ी सी फाइट थे, it was again New Zealand. So I have very good words about them, and I think so. Just on paper, their squad isn't good as many as other teams like South Africa or even Pakistan, but their mentality, their street smart cricket pushes them through. We would be, of course, touching them in statistical segment and tactical segment as well. Okay, let's keep it rolling. Usama, you wanted to talk about the camaraderie between Indian team right now. फिर क्षितिज की टेक लेते हैं. Over to you, Usama. Please take it over.
हाँ वाकई यार, the one thing that I really liked about this squad this year was that their team and their showman spirit, uh, team का माहौल जो उनका चल रहा था, their overall aura around each other, how they were uplifting each other. We have seen batters communicating with each other during the innings, and them complimenting each other. The way if Shami would take a wicket, the other bowlers would come and cheer him up, pump him up, and that was something very refreshing for me at the very least. And that's something I guess has been a defining factor for Indian team as well. It's a team game. It's a team game nonetheless. It's a team game nonetheless. 11 खिलाड़ी खेलते हैं, and of course, if you are not like this, if you do not have that camaraderie between each other, I don't think you can pull out what just India did in this tournament so far in the group stages. So that's what I wanted to say about that. So Kshitij, there are some very good players so far in the Indian squad. Virat Kohli के 2 centuries हैं, and I think he has surpassed Sachin Tendulkar's record for most tons. I think, if I'm not wrong. And
Equal.
Jasprit Bumrah has been phenomenal. I want to hear your thoughts on these two players.
Uh, right. So, like you mentioned, I mean, Virat has equaled Sachin's record, and just if he scores another ton, and he will go past Sachin when it comes to ODI centuries. So, I mean, that's something. I mean, in itself, it is incredible because Virat made his debut like 15 years ago. It still feels like yesterday. And I mean, specifically considering there has been a lot of talk on social media regarding Virat Kohli's strike rate for some reason, and that kind of surprises me because I mean, the first knock which he played against Australia, it came in a difficult situation, and same goes as far as his 100 against South Africa is concerned. I mean, that was a difficult deck. We also how South Africa crumbled in the second innings when there was due to deal with. So Virat is going to be important. He hasn't done justice to his name when it comes to the semi-finals of ODI World Cups. It's not that he hasn't performed in pressure situation. You take the 2013 Champions Trophy final. He scored a crucial 40 to take India to 130 odd, and eventually India won. And the 2014 T20 World Cup, he performed like a beast. He won the semi-final against South Africa, and the final he was the top scorer for India. So it's not like he hasn't done anything when it comes to ICC knockout games. It's just that he hasn't been able to crack the ODI World Cup knockouts for some reason, and I think he will be looking to sort of change that. And I think one thing which we all should be happy about as Virat fans is that he is in a really good mental space right now. So mentally काफी सही space में है, तो उस हिसाब से I think it should help him, and वो pressure नहीं लेगा इस बार कि वो semi-final खेल रहा है या कुछ और है. तो उस हिसाब से I think definitely. And Bumrah, I mean, he was a completely different bowler when till Shami came into the side, right? I mean, he was taking all the important wickets and doing all bulk of the work. But I think since Mohammad Shami has come into the lineup, I think the workload has been shared. In match जो workload होता है, wicket taking का जो वो होता है, वो सारा का सारा बुमराह के ऊपर नहीं है. So I mean, I think in the semi-final as well, if he get any assistance from the pitch, I mean, second innings में अगर मिलेगी तो he will definitely take a couple of wickets in the power play. But अगर first innings में भी थोड़ी बहुत assistance हुई, he will make sure that he is going to exploit it, right? So वो है. And as the stat also mentioned that he has actually an incredible economy rate in the power play. I don't think anyone has a better economy rate than Bumrah in the power play in the ongoing World Cup. So that is also a thing. तो एक तरफ से प्रेशर बुमराह बनाता है, दूसरी तरफ से विकेट्स सिराज और शमी लेके चले जाते हैं. तो ओवरऑल जो है बुमराह का केवल अगर वो खुद भी विकेट नहीं लेता तो एटलीस्ट जो प्रेशर क्रिएट करता है उससे दूसरे बॉलर्स को फायदा होता है. सो होपफुली जो उसने फॉर्म अभी तक दिखाई है, he can continue that tomorrow as well.
I mean, Bumrah has been very effective since his debut for Mumbai Indians, I guess. तो वो तो तभी से लग रहा था कि वो कुछ कर जाएगा, and now I think we can see all the things, उसका एक रिजल्ट हमें नजर आ रहा है. So props to Bumrah for sure.
जब ओके, मूविंग फॉरवर्ड, किवीज पे थोड़ा सा टच डाउन कर लेते हैं. लेट्स कीप द डिस्कशन अ बिट बैलेंस्ड. of course, rising sensation. For me, I am literally broken between Darshan Madhushankar and Rachin Ravindra. Rachin Ravindra kinda edges it for me, who has been like in terms of put breakthrough stars of the tournament. For me, it has to be Rachin Ravindra, 50 to 48 against Dilshan Madhushankar. I mean, the way he takes on every sort of bowlers. He is confident against like short length bowling. Spinners Terrado, he would be taking them on. Australia के against जो turn थी, that was his best. Uh, and moving forward, न्यूजीलैंड का अगेन जो मैं शुरू में बात कर रहा था, जो इनका मुझे मेजर इशू लग रहा है अपार्ट फ्रॉम इंजरीज ऑफ कोर्स, बैटर उस तरह से शुरू में फॉर्म में थे, डेविन कॉनवे हो गए, उनके ओपनर हो गए, बट उनका जो फलक्रम पिछले 2 साल से बना हुआ था शॉर्ट फॉर्मेट में, ऑफकोर्स T20 क्रिकेट ज्यादा हो रही थी, बट इवन जो भी उनके आरडीआईस है, इट वाज ग्लेन फिलिप्स. उनका जो फलक्रम था वो ग्लेन फिलिप्स था. उसने लाइक मैच फिनिश करना होता था, या इवन टीम्स को बैट आउट करना होता आपको आखिरी 5-6 ओवर में. ही वाज डूइंग दैट एग्जैक्ट जॉब. They have kind of converted them into a proper all-rounder या auxiliary all-rounder कह लो, कि लाइक उसका जितने उसने बॉलिंग पहले कराता था, अब वो डबल कराने लग गया वर्ल्ड कप में, लाइक 10-10 ओवर भी करवाए. बट हिज बैटिंग हैजंट बीन अप टू दैट लेवल. एक ही इनिंग्स खेले साउथ अफ्रीका के खिलाफ, दैट टू वाज अ कंसोलेशन इनिंग्स, लाइक अ लूजिंग कॉज में. बट हमने तब भी बोला था हिज रन्स वुड बी वाइटर कम एट द एंड ऑफ द टूर्नामेंट. आई नो पाकिस्तान आप अपना आखिरी मैच इंग्लैंड के साथ भी आगे, सो वी डिडंट हैव एनी चांस, बट वो रन रेट का मार्जिन वो ग्लेन फिलिप्स ने प्रोवाइड किया था. सो न्यूजीलैंड वुड बी प्रेटी मच होपफुल कि ग्लेन फिलिप्स एक बड़ी इनिंग्स खेले और कल स्पेशली जरूर. मूविंग फॉरवर्ड की मैचअप्स में आते हैं क्षितिज. देयर आर 2 to 3 इंटरेस्टिंग मैचअप्स. आई थिंक सो न्यूजीलैंड का जो बेस्ट बैट बन रही है, दैट इज कि वो दूसरी बॉलिंग करें, लाइक ऑफ कोर्स दे डू बैट फर्स्ट. मुंबई में अभी वैसे एक ही मैच हुआ है, दैट टू वाज अगेन मेमोरेबल चेज ऑफ ग्लेन मैक्सवेल. लाइक एक ही मैच चेज हुआ अभी तक, दैट टू वाज अ मेमोरेबल एंड ऑल टाइम नॉक. So the thing is that is पहले टीम में बैट आउट, ऑफ कोर्स साउथ अफ्रीका ने 2 दफा बैट आउट कर दिया था अपोनेंट्स को, बट ये था कि जो आते साथ अंडर द लाइट्स मूवमेंट मिलती है, दैट कुड बी द की. एंड Trent Bolt needs those sort of condition. He is vying for it. He is itching for it. उसकी एक तरह से फॉर्म बुरी लगे, I know, but if conditions are favorable for him, we have kind of seen कि इंडिया ने ऑस्ट्रेलिया के खिलाफ भी स्ट्रगल किया था. अगेन दैट टू वाज अंडर लाइट्स. इंग्लैंड के खिलाफ थोड़ा लाइक कह लो कि एक लीवे था कि वो इन द डे टाइम था. But again, you know what I'm trying to build. Second thing, I have interesting like a random thought. थोड़ा सा स्टैट्स भी से बैकअप करते हैं. दैट इज मिडल ओवर्स में जब कुलदीप यादव और रविंद्र जडेजा आते हैं, न्यूजीलैंड बैटर्स डू बैट स्पिन रियली गुड, इकोनॉमी वाइज भी, बैटिंग वाइज भी, और लाइक एवरेज वाइज भी. But
Devon
if they can
Conway.
send Mitchell Santner as a low risk wicket up top and give him a license.
Sorry to cut you off,
yeah.
but Devon Conway
नहीं मिचेल
plays spin very well.
हाँ, मिचेल सैंटनर को मैं बात कर रहा हूँ कि उसे प्रमोट अगर अप टॉप करें. लेथम लाइक फॉर मी ही स्टैग्नेट्स देयर इनिंग्स. सो या क्षितिज, लेट्स हैव योर थॉट्स. आप इन मैचअप्स को कैसे देख रहे हो? व्हिच आर लाइक व्हिच इज गोइंग टू बी द मोस्ट game defining matchup for you in your opinion? Over to you.
Right. So I think I mean किसी भी innings में इंडिया बैटिंग करे, अंडर लाइट्स करे या फिर इन द आफ्टरनून बैटिंग करे, I think one of the key matchups is obviously going to be Gill versus the opening bowlers from New Zealand, because Gill hasn't been in the same form which he has displayed over the last 18 months in ODI cricket. So वो एक थोड़ा सा कंसर्न है. मैं रोहित का नाम इसलिए नहीं ले रहा हूँ क्योंकि द वे रोहित हैज प्लेड, यू नो, शाहीन अफरीदी एंड अदर पेसर्स, फजल फरूकी, जिस तरीके से, और उन्होंने चेज में किया है अहमदाबाद में और दिल्ली में, तो अंडर लाइट्स, या फिर इसके पहले जिस तरीके से उन्होंने धर्मशाला में इवन उस बोल्ड को खेला था. सो आई थिंक रोहित जो 2019 में थे वो सेम रोहित नहीं है. ही हैज वर्कड ऑन दैट कि लेफ्ट आर्म का जो पेसर का जो एंगल है उस पर काफी काम किया है उस पे. तो इफ यू कैन कंटिन्यू विद दैट जो एग्रेसिव अप्रोच है उनका, तो आई थिंक ही विल बी एबल टू हैंडल बोल्ड and Saudi. Only thing is कि क्या गिल कर पाएगा, क्या गिल उस बिग मैच का प्रेशर झेल पाएगा कि नहीं, बिकॉज उसके लिए काफी बड़ा मोमेंट है, डिस्पाइट द फैक्ट दैट ही हैज प्लेड इन द WTC फाइनल, बट येट एक वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल होम गेम, वहां पर इतना क्राउड है, बाकी सब, तो गिल के लिए थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लमैटिक होगा. एंड अगर गिल जाता है पहले तो विराट के लिए भी उतना ही इशू होगा, क्योंकि आई थिंक विराट इज स्टिल आई मीन विराट के लिए अगेन मैचअप काफी अच्छा होगा विथ बोल्ट, बिकॉज बोल्ट ने काफी बार उनको आईपीएल में भी LBW किया है, या अदरवाइज विराट हैज अ टेंडेंसी टू प्ले दैट फ्लिक शॉट, जहां पे वो डीप में फील्डर रखते हैं, वहां पे कैच आउट कराते हैं विराट को, तो वो एक इशू बन सकता है शुरू में. बट अदर देन दैट आई थिंक बैटिंग वाइज इंडिया शुड बी एबल टू हैंडल. हाँ, और अगर गिल टिक जाता है तो जो सैंटनर का एक थ्रेट है जो हो सकता है, बिकॉज सैंटनर बॉल्स इट क्वाइट स्लोली एंड इज क्वाइट क्लेवर, क्वाइट कनिंग, तो वो जो है वो काफी ज्यादा नलिफाई हो जाएगा, बिकॉज जब ओडीआई सीरीज हुई थी बिटवीन न्यूजीलैंड एंड इंडिया, तो गिल ने काफी रन्स किए थे अगेंस्ट सैंटनर, और उसने सैंटनर को बिल्कुल भी सेटल नहीं होने दिया था उसकी बॉलिंग रिदम में. सो आई थिंक दैट वुड बी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर इंडिया अगर गिल पहले के 5-6 ओवर 7 ओवर खेल जाता है तो. So in terms of that, वो ठीक है. Bowling, you also talked about, I think, middle over phase when India is bowling, when Jadeja and when Kuldeep Yadav are bowling to middle order too. So I think उसमें I don't think कि पिच उतनी असिस्ट करेगी पहले तो कल की स्पिनर्स को. So एक टफ चैलेंज होगा, बिकॉज कुलदीप को सबसे ज्यादा अगर किसी ने मारा इस टूर्नामेंट में तो वो डैरियल मिचेल है, जिसने धर्मशाला में उसको आई मीन बॉल 1 से टारगेट किया, ही वाज स्टेपिंग डाउन टू हिम और छक्के लगा रहा था. सो वो फिर से, क्योंकि छोटा ग्राउंड है तो प्रेशर फिर से डालने की कोशिश करेंगे. द ओनली थिंग व्हिच कैन गो इन कुलदीप्स फेवर इज कि जो थोड़ा सा एक्स्ट्रा बाउंस होता है पिच में, उससे अगर उसको थोड़ी सी हेल्प मिल गई और थोड़ी सी बॉल टर्न होती है अगर, क्योंकि रेड सॉइल होगा, तो आई थिंक थोड़ा सा एडवांटेज कह सकते हैं कि हो कुलदीप के पास. अदरवाइज आई थिंक कि कल फिर से न्यूजीलैंड के बैटर्स अगर फर्स्ट बैटिंग करते हैं तो डेफिनेटली डोमिनेट करेंगे इंडियन स्पिनर्स को, क्योंकि पिच पे कोई असिस्टेंसी नहीं है यहाँ पे स्पिनर्स के लिए. सो वहां पे न्यूजीलैंड अहेड है काफी.
And on that point, I would like to interact with our viewers. There is a live poll running in the chat that reads as, if Kiwis are to win the semi-final, who would be their man of the match? Either it would be Kane Williamson or Trent Boult or Rachin Ravindra. So let's have your say in the live votes. And on that note, I have a comment from Sawan Singh. And he is saying, let me have his comment over there. Hi, Sawan. He's saying, hello, bye. I am from Chicago. Oh, wow. That is great to hear. Hope you are doing good. And good analysis, guys. Thank you for appreciating, guys. It really means a lot, Sawan. Please stay tuned. Now we would be switching it over to the stats as well, if you are a stats person. But of course, we will keep it balanced between stats and vibes. Yeah, thank you for the comment, and please do get involved in the vote as well. Kshitij, moving forward, there are few statistical rundown. We would be keeping it very short. पहले बैटिंग पे टच डाउन कर लेते हैं दोनों टीम्स की बैटिंग पे, लाइक इन टर्म्स ऑफ देयर रन रेट वर्सेस स्पिन एंड फास्ट. Now New Zealand, and the key takeaway from them is like from all teams participating in the World Cup, their strike rate, या आप कह लें run rate, that is highest 6.25. Kind of surprising, but it kind of makes sense. जिस तरह भी आपने डेरिल मिचेल की बात की. देन जब आप नीचे मूव डाउन करना शुरू करते हैं, दे गो नेक टू नेक. ठीक है, आप इनके रन रेट्स देखें, थर्ड हाईएस्ट एंड इंडिया इज गोइंग हाईएस्ट. फिर जो मिडिल पेज में लाइक जो की डिफरेंस इधर बन रहा है वो रोहित शर्मा को ऊपर से आके वो नॉकआउट ब्लोस कर देता है. दैट इज द की डिफरेंस. लाइक अगर आप 10 to 40 चलें या 40 to 50, देयर इज लाइक कंसीडरेबल मार्जिन. तो नेक टू नेक, बट ऊपर से कंसीडरेबल मार्जिन है, इधर न्यूजीलैंड लैग करती है. अभी हम एवरेज जब देखेंगे, एवरेज 67 है इंडिया की एंड न्यूजीलैंड की विकेट्स भी गिरते हैं, देयर एवरेज स्टैंड्स एट 57। जो दूसरा फेस है, न्यूजीलैंड हैज सेकंड हाईएस्ट एवरेज। वो इतनी लाइक तेज नहीं खेलते बट दे एक्यूमुलेट अ लॉट ऑफ रन। इसी फेस में रचिन रविंद्रा ने बहुत ज्यादा स्कोर किया अगेंस्ट फास्ट, अगेंस्ट स्पिन, एंड देयर एवरेज इज नॉट एज बैड। बट बॉय ओ बॉय, 100 का आप फिगर देख रहे होगे इंडियन का, दैट इज अ स्टैगरिंग फिगर। इंडिया अगेन हैज काइंड ऑफ एज। मूविंग फॉरवर्ड टुवर्ड्स बॉलिंग, बॉलिंग में जब आप आओगे ना, अभी न्यूजीलैंड नेक टू नेक कुछ चल रहा था, लाइक दे हैड सम शेयर्स। बॉलिंग में nobody comes close to इंडिया। अभी आप देख रहे होंगे इकोनॉमी के स्टैट्स, स्पिन के देख लें, फास्ट के 4.91 फॉर इंडिया, इन स्पेन 4.13। लीस्ट द लीस्ट द बेटर, जस्ट टू कम्युनिकेट विद व्यूवर्स, लीस्ट द इकोनॉमी द बेटर इट इज फॉर बॉलिंग साइड। सो इंडिया के लाइक सबसे लीस्ट इकोनॉमी स्टैट्स हैं। न्यूजीलैंड हैव काइंड ऑफ, इनका जो की लाइक टेक अवे दैट इज, इनका जो ओपनिंग पावर प्लेयर दैट इज वेरी वेरी बैड। फोर्थ लीस्ट इजंट अ गुड स्टैट, स्पेशली जब आप इंडिया के खिलाफ जा रहे हो। और अभी आपको एवरेज दिखाता हूँ, दैट अगेन इज फोर्थ लीस्ट, और अगेन एवरेज इन फर्स्ट पावर प्ले आप देख रहे होंगे, जो सेकंड रो है फिफ्थ लीस्ट, 41 score, 41 like average point. Yeah, that is a really bad figure to have, especially against India. So talking about stats, keeping it very short. If you want to put any other stat, but sticking with these stats, what is the most interesting or
Ahmed,
like key takeaway for you?
Ahmed, Sawan actually wants to come live with us right here, and you are asking for the viewers' feedback. So let's just keep a little segment at the end for the viewers, whoever wants to join us live today.
Yeah, sure. We will have 5 to 10 minute segment for that. Kshitij, can you hear me out?
Yes.
Yeah. Go
Yeah.
ahead, please, with any statistical takeaway from your side. Yeah.
I mean, the most defining statistical takeaway from this, as you have already sort of mentioned all of it. So, I mean, I would say that it's the bowling stats that stands out for India, right? And the like I mentioned again just around 15 minutes ago as well, that this time what is different for India is that they have a very good bowling lineup as compared to New Zealand. New Zealand is struggling with the bowling, and it is quite evident in the stats as well. So I think the key for India going into the game tomorrow is again going to be how they perform in the power play. If they can keep up the same momentum which they have in the league stages, I think they should be able to gain a massive upper hand. In the beginning of the game itself, if they bowl first. I'm a bit concerned though, because the way Siraj and Shami bowled against the Netherlands, I know it wasn't an important game and the pitch wasn't,
Attitude.
yeah, but still I feel like they should have done a little better, because at the end of the day it was the Netherlands, right? So, but that is where I felt that they sort of took it a little bit. Their intensity was a little low as compared to how it was in other games. So I just feel that they should, if they're back to their best, I think we will see that these numbers will only drop, you know, after the
Yeah.
semi-final concludes. So, so yeah, I mean, there's nothing to add. But yeah, just I'll just say one thing, that when you're playing a knockout game, all of these stats sort of, as soon as you enter the pitch, they mean very little, because it's a new day, it's another kind of pressure, and there are so many things that goes around your head, even though you try to keep it cool and try to keep it calm, but yet things do go around in your head. So yeah, just a little bit of
Yeah.
that I have, like a bit. Yeah.
Kshitij,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Osama,
one of our viewers has a
Osama,
very interesting comment right now. If you want to reply to this dude over here, Siddharth Basin, he thinks New Zealand's bowling attack is better than India right now. So, what do you have to say for this little comment right here?
I mean, as mentioned again, Bolt hasn't been able to swing the ball as he has done in the past, right? So even Bolt was very good in the IPL. He was able to take wickets for Rajasthan Royals in the IPL as well, but for some reason he hasn't been able to swing the ball. And it's not just with Bolt. Even if you look at Mitchell Stark, when he took that hat trick against against the Netherlands in the practice game, we all thought that the World Cup Mitchell Stark is back, right? But
Yeah,
Mitchell Stark too has struggled to swing the ball in the power play in the first 10 overs. Not only Stark, even Josh Hazelwood has struggled to go that swing going. It's only the Indian bowlers who have been able to make the ball talking, so much so that some of the comments have, we all know about that. I'm not going to talk about it. So yeah, so I don't think New Zealand have an edge because their current form is not the best.
yeah,
Tim Southey is coming from an injury, and I don't think Ferguson can bowl with the new ball. The only informed bowler they had in Matt Henry, he's injured.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I think that is going to cost them big. If in case Kyle Jamieson plays tomorrow, if New Zealand goes out of the box and Jamieson plays tomorrow, I think that can be an issue to the Indian batters because he has troubled the Indian batters in all the formats. I mean, in Test cricket, in ODIs, he has troubled because of his height. So, irrespective if he gets the swing or not, he will definitely get that extra bounce, and that can sort of trouble the Indian batters. So, if he plays, in case they decide to drop Mark Chapman and bring him in, I think then maybe there could be an issue. But other than that, I don't think New Zealand pace attack is better than India's on current form.
yeah. Fair assessment. Or I thought at that moment they would bring in David Millen as well. Kyle Jamieson is not a bad choice, but I was advocating जब मैट हेनरी को वो लोग रिप्लेस करने लगे थे, I was advocating for David Millen. He would have hurted India. I really had a feeling because Matt Henry भी क्यों trouble करता? He has that wobble seam delivery. Jamieson इज काइंडा लाइक अभी वो उसे लाइक एक्सपीरियंस कर रहा है, अभी उसे इतनी नहीं आती. डेविड मिलन हैज दैट गॉट वर्बल सीम जिस पे मैट हेनरी ने बहुत ज्यादा विकेट लिए हुए हैं और दैट फेमस स्पेल इन 2019 वर्ल्ड कप वाज टेस्टामेंट टू इट. अभी आप लॉकी फर्गूसन की बात कर रहे थे, इट इज फेयर टू पुट आउट he is playing throughout the World Cup with a hamstring injury as well. Like वो injections के साथ कभी खेल रहा है, कभी sit out हो रहा है, तो yeah, it has been a patchy World Cup for him fitness wise as well. Uh, Siddharth has again pulled back with a comment. Sir, see in Southeast stats in our format. His economy is better than Siraj and Shami in our format. Okay, yeah, that is too bigger of a sampler size. और आप वर्ल्ड कप की बात कर रहे हैं एंड रिसेंट फॉर्म मैटर्स अ लॉट एंड लॉट एंड लॉट एंड इज नॉट के कोई इंडिया की टीम के फिगर्स कोई दूसरे प्लेनेट पे और सऊदी के फिगर्स कोई दूसरे प्लेनेट पे. दे आर जस्ट अगेन लाइक कंसीडरेबल, लाइक आप उन्हें बैलेंस आउट कर सकते हो. बट एनीवे, थैंक यू सिद्धार्थ फॉर फीचरिंग थ्रू आउट. स्टिक विद अस. New Zealand, I think so, are going to be going to name a like same lineup. और इंडिया ऑफ कोर्स पांचवें या छठे मैच के बाद मेरे ख्याल थ्रू आउट सेम लाइनअप खिला रहे हैं. अगेन जरा मैं बिल्डअप पे बात लेके जाने लगा हूँ. आई वाज रीडिंग अ स्टैट के पिछले साल से आई थिंक सो 16 या 17 ओडीआईज खेले पिछले साल से. दे हैव बीन selecting the players from fixed 23 set of players. Again, अभी हम पाकिस्तान के वर्ल्ड कप का रिव्यू करेंगे between us. So I was just building up the points कि यार that is some sort of planning you must be learning from. But anyway, that is distracting. So yeah, Kshitij and Osama, I think so it is a perfect time to put out the predictions. Osama, I will put you on the spot first. रिजल्ट की प्रिडिक्शन एंड पे बताना. लेट्स बिल्ड इट वन बाय वन. लाइक एक ही बार बता देना मोस्ट रन स्कोरर, मोस्ट विकेट्स, मैन ऑफ द मैच एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स द रिजल्ट. ओवर टू यू.
Okay, interesting question. Considering that India is going to win tomorrow, because मेरा 70-30 तुम लोगों ने शुरू में ही देख ही लिया था, I suppose. तो ये सीन है कि यार top run scorer, Rohit Sharma has scored. Rohit Sharma has had his spotlight so far in this tournament, and Virat Kohli has scored 2 tons. I think it is about even this. They took 2 wickets, man. They have two World Cup wickets so far, Virat and Rohit Sharma. So I think it is about time that Shubman Gill shows us some fire and he brings something to the table this time. So I'm hoping he's going to be the top run scorer for this match. And wickets, yeah, I won't emphasize too much on bowlers, especially in Wankhede. But if it is top wicket taker, I'm going to be going with Jasprit Bumrah. It is his home ground, and he is going to be instrumental tomorrow. Man of the match, Shubman Gill. And अगले तुमने क्या पूछा था? एक और क्या क्वेश्चन था तुम्हारा? I guess I
Yeah,
have
वो
done it.
that of course. Yeah. And now, अब बारी आती है क्षितिज की. क्षितिज, now all important question again. Sequence वही रखेगा, result end पे बताएगा. We have left your box empty as well for that purpose. Most runs scored, most wickets taker, man of the match, and eventually the result. Over to you.
Yeah, so I think my kind of mind says that the top scorer will be Shreyas Iyer tomorrow, but heart is sort of going with Surya Kumar Yadav because I just feel like he's going to create an impact tomorrow. Might not be the highest run scorer, but he's surely going to be the most impactful player tomorrow. So I'll just go by that. And highest run scorer, I think it will be Shreyas Iyer. Wickets, I think I don't think I can look beyond Mohammad Shami at this stage, the way he's bowling. So I still think that it is going to be Mohammad Shami. And he's going to take around 4 to 5 wickets for sure. So I'm giving you that as well. So Shami and player of the match, I think since New Zealand has a rich history of getting away with these awards despite losing the game and being the nice
Yeah.
guys, I think I will say the player of the match will go to Rajin Ravindra for kind of doing well and bringing New Zealand close to India's target or whatever it is. So I think the player of the game will be Rajin Ravindra, so that New Zealand also can go away with something from this World Cup, like they did in the last World Cup with Kane Williamson becoming the player of the tournament. So yeah, I think these three names.
All right. Nice to hear. And someone is banging in the chat, I would say, banging, and he's saying only Jadu. By that he means Ravindra Jadeja,
Jadeja.
of course.
Jadeja.
Yeah, of course. Uh, so yeah,
अच्छा मुझे
एक
लगा ये जादू बोल रहा है. मैंने कहा जादू कहाँ से आ गया यहाँ पे?
नहीं, they call him as Jadu. एक क्वेश्चन वैसे सर्कल अराउंड कर रहा था. आई जस्ट वांट टू क्विकली रैप माय प्रेडिक्शंस. एक क्वेश्चन सर्कल अराउंड कर रहा है. क्रिकेट इन्फो ने भी पूछा है कि विराट कोहली ने अभी तक क्या कहते हैं नॉकआउट्स में सेंचुरी कोई नहीं स्कोर की. विल ही स्कोर? I want to put it out as no, but he will score good runs. I have a feeling. Whether or not it would convert into century, I don't feel. I do think he would be touching 89, 90. So for me, he is going to be the highest scorer. मुझे लग रहा है कि चार ऐसे players आएंगे, like 3 to 4 players hitting 80s, 90s. And then for wickets, I am going with Mohammad Shami. Man of the match जाएगा विराट कोहली के पास. And yeah, 60-40 to India. And of course, India versus, I want to see India against Australia. Quick fire, Kshitij. Of course, अभी कोई भी टीम आपको easy like मुश्किल नहीं लग रही होगी, but दूसरे सेमीफाइनल में से क्विक फायर आप किसको देखना चाह रहे हैं? Like which will be you more comfortable with comparative?
South Africa, no doubt. South Africa.
I saw it coming. Yeah. So Sawan is saying I'm having fun. We are having pretty much fun here. Hope you have enjoyed. Please make sure if you have forgot, subscribe as well, and please make sure to like as well because it separates the content on all platforms as well. So Saman, you suggested to have a live segment. I think so it is about the time के 3-4 मिनट एक व्यूअर को अगर हम सुन लें. We
हाँ,
have to wrap it up. Yeah.
एक लिंक डाल दो if Kshitij is okay with it.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'm spelling a little bit banter between Sawan Singh and Kshitij here. I think it's going to happen.
So Sawan, if you can read out in the chat, there is a link. Please click on it right away. you would be joining with us. I will add you on the same. Please have your respectable talking points, quick fire, be ready so that we can answer it out. And yeah, please make it quick and fire. Yeah. So Kshitij, we would be of course bidding you farewell on the end as well. But क्या thoughts रही हैं अभी तक आपके first interaction with us? How have you felt around being here at All-Rounders 10?
It's been wonderful. I have been sort of listening to you guys. I mean, especially when it comes to women's cricket. So mainly मैं उसी के लिए tune in करता हूँ, and it's been good listening to Sakina and others who come onto show and discuss those important points. I think it's a great initiative, and because we do not have a lot of people who kind of discuss women's cricket as much, right? So to have you people along with others in Pakistan who also actually do this stuff. So with that regards, I think I'm pretty much sort of एक तरीके से कहूँ तो मेरा वो फोकस हो जाता है कि चलो वहां से जो न्यूज आनी है वो यहाँ से मिल जाती है. As far as today's experience is concerned, I think it's been great. I mean, discussing cricket itself is something which I love, and you guys love too, right? So to discuss cricket with like-minded folks is always a pleasure, and it has nothing. I mean, it's been the same today as well. The last 40-45 minutes has been great, and I wish that in future as well we can have these conversations, if not formally, at least informally भी कभी ना कभी, क्योंकि टूर्नामेंट्स और बाकी चीजें तो होती रहती हैं. So वो कंटिन्यू होता रहेगा.
Love to hear that from you, dog. Thanks for the feedback. It was a super chat from me right now. Ahmed, has anyone joined right now? Ahmed, also if you could change the layout.
Okay. Sure.
Hello everyone.
Hey,
Sawan,
Sawan,
can
how's
you
it
please
doing?
interact with him out?
I'm doing great, guys. How are you?
I hope you're liking the content and I hope you're enjoying, you're having fun. You have commented that as well. So, क्या match vibes जा रही हैं सावन अब तक की, and how is there in Chicago there right now?
Yeah, actually, guys, I'm having great. I am a new student, and
Yeah, go on.
Go on,
yeah,
Sawan. Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. So मैं ये बोल रहा था कि I have just applied for the education in the US, and I have been selected. I am going to stay over there, but currently I am in India only. So just I wanted to say that your channel is quite popular, and मैं और मेरे दोस्त अभी आपका चैनल देख रहे थे, तो बहुत अच्छा लग रहा था हमें. तो अभी मैं आप लोग से बात करने में बहुत अच्छा लग रहा था, and I'm having quite fun. The knowledge, the stats and everything, that was quite amazing, and definitely in my view कल सबसे ज्यादा विराट कोहली मारने वाला है. He is going to have his 50th 100, and you mark my words, definitely he is going to score a ton.
Yeah,
Sawan, bookmark
first
कर लो minutes, bookmark कर लो.
मैं ये स्पेशल जो है ना, ये क्या कहते हैं, इसका क्लिप बनेगा, ये चलाया जाएगा, ठीक है. इसका जो है ना मैं लगा दूंगा उसको, क्या कहते हैं यार, टाइम स्टैम्प लगा दूंगा यहाँ पे. एनीवे यार, साउंड इज रियली वंडरफुल हियर टू हियर दीज वंडरफुल थिंग्स फ्रॉम यू. इट इज़ रियली हम्बल्ड अस डाउन एंड इट रियली मीन्स अ लॉट राइट नाउ. तो सब्सक्राइब करवाओ यार, बाकियों से भी सब्सक्राइब करवाओ यार, बेल आइकन दबाओ, एक घंटी टन कर दो थोड़ी सी वो. एंड यार मैं तुमसे ऐसे एक क्वेश्चन पूछना चाहता हूँ कि व्हाट आर योर प्री मैच वाइब्स राइट नाउ, कि तुम्हें क्या लगता है कल का मैच कैसे रहने वाला है. व्हाट आर योर वाइब्स राइट नाउ, हाउ विल दिस सेमीफाइनल प्ले आउट, और क्या सीन है इस मैच के.
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि जो टीम भी कल टॉस जीत रही है वो सबसे पहले बैटिंग करने जा रही है, क्योंकि ये मुझे लगता है कि बैटिंग के लिए ये विकेट पर्टिकुलरली बहुत अच्छा है, क्योंकि एट द एंड ऑफ द डे स्पिन होती है, सॉरी आई मीन ड्यूज आती है, तो वो बैटिंग के लिए उतना सही नहीं है, आई मीन फील्डिंग के लिए उतना सही नहीं है. तो जो टॉस जीतेगी वो पहले बैटिंग करेगी, और आई थिंक 270 280 वुड बी द पार स्कोर, और कल इंडिया टॉस जीत के बैटिंग कर रही है। आई मीन जो टीम जीते, और जहाँ पे रहता हूँ वहाँ सारे लोग आई मीन टीवी के सामने, मोबाइल के सामने सब अपना काम नाम छोड़ के वो लोग बैठने वाले हैं और गेम को बहुत ही ज्यादा हैप्पीली अपने फैमिली के साथ देखेंगे।
Yeah,
That's great to know. Yeah.
nice to hear. So, Usama, I think so. We should be wrapping it up here.
Yeah.
Perfect note to end, I must say. Thank you, Sawan, for firstly being part of the show in like that. It means a lot. I really
Follow us on the
really,
Twitter
really
as well, right?
appreciate it.
फॉलो अस ऑन ट्विटर
Yeah,
एज वेल एंड यू विल नो कि कब कब शोज होने वाले हैं, कब कब हम अपलोड्स करते हैं. यू विल गेट एवरीथिंग फ्रॉम
yeah,
देयर. ऑल राउंडर्स
yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, same name, at the rate of AllRounders, and I just want to
इस वीडियो के
highlight it.
डिस्क्रिप्शन में भी आ जाएगा.
Yeah, we are a Kohli
Sure,
ka
sure.
chauka away to hit double century. So yeah, please make sure to do it right away. Do it right away. So Usama, let's have formal thanks to Kshitij. Kshitij, it has been wonderful talking to you. I think so we can again talk and ask for more as well. But inshallah, we will be having you in moving forward as well. Much respect for your work on Twitter and all other your wonderful articles on IPL, on women cricket. So much respect. Keep it up. Someone same for you. Good luck with all your ventures over there in Chicago. And Osama, again, I must say thanks to you for wonderful vibes and a wonderful set from your friend as well. So on that note, viewers, ये black kid देख रहे हैं ना, that is either for support of Black Cat or for the sake of Black Cat. On that note, myself, Ahmed, along with Kshitij, Osama, and Sawan would like to say goodbye. Viewers, जितना सहमत रहें, like करना, share करना ना भूलेगा. अल्लाह हाफिज.
अल्लाह हाफिज़.